have to do a bit of a pre-trip inspection here. It's Groundhog Day morning. The rat come out of the ground apparently and seen his shadow. So we're hauling these calves off. One thing I got to watch on these is that gate right there gets latched. Because if that sliding gate's not latched, you'll turn a corner and it'll open. And that's not good. Alright, it's low, but I bet it's just loaded. I did just put some air in it. It's not leaking back out the valve stem. That gate up there is closed, so here we go. These calves are all home raised. They're off of mine and my boys' farms. Been weaned since October 20th, I believe. These are the ones that stood out in the rain in my video for the first 4 or 5 days after we got them here. Stood out in the cold rain. Kind of a bad deal. But anyway, I'll cue you more in when we get to the barn. We're going to Welch Stockyard in Welch, Oklahoma. Made it to the sale barn. There has been trailers lined up to unload and more coming in. That's the second time that truck and trailer's been here. And they're getting bunches of cattle in this morning, so but it always happens that way. And for anybody that don't know, it could be a possibility that some of you guys that are grain farmers might not know, or not farmers might not know, that whenever you take cattle to sale barn, they always charge you a commission to be able to sell them. And so when you sell them, you're going to have to pay. And it's not, it usually, some yards do it by percentage. And believe it or not, because you're using their facility and everything, a lot of the time that winds up being 20% or 15% to sell your cattle. And then whenever you're selling young cattle, like calves, because they don't do as much handling on them usually, and they're easier to deal with, and they run more head of them through in a lot. A lot of the time they just sell them however much a head, and it varies from, at yards around in my area, from like $10 to $17 a head that they get for commission for selling them. But if you bring them the night before and they put them in one of their pens that has water and hay in it, and I don't think they grain any of the ones that's inside, but water and hay, well, they charge you for that too, and that can be $1 or $2 a head per day, and it's the same. I think it's the same amount on calves as it is on cows. So I always just try to bring mine the day of the sale, and I try to make sure that they know they're coming so that they'll have a place for me, you know. But I'm kind of a little fish in a big pond. They'll sell a light run for this sale barn's like 1,500 head, and I've heard of them having 3,500 head runs. So there's a possibility I'm gonna be here till about 3 o'clock this afternoon before they sell mine. But I've always done pretty good, and I'm just gonna keep on doing. Isn't that funny how people cut you off just about the time? So anyway, I'm gonna go inside and get me a bite to eat this morning, sit down and watch the sale for a while, and I'll try to catch some footage of my stuff selling. Oh, by the way, it takes me a while to get over here, because if you looked at my odometer reading, you'd figure out it's several miles from home, but it's about the same distance as it is to take mine to Joplin Stockyards. And people over here. I have a connection with them, sort of, if you call it that. But anyway, it takes me a while to get over here. And I got over here, and by the time I got over here, I had four texts and 1 or 2 voicemail. So I've been sitting in the truck for half an hour dealing with that. And their sale starts at 9:30, and it's a little after 9 now. So I'll go in and see if I can't get me a bite to eat. Find a place to sit down. And maybe we'll watch mine sell in a little while.
30. Case cattle, the quaffle cattle, 15 cattle. They're weaned since October 20th. They're home raised, 2 rounds of shuck, 2020. Buyer should sell. Yeah, now 30 for the home, but they're going to 30 for the 30 for the money on the wall. They're going to do home, but they're going to 31. So now 30 for the home, but they're going to 30 for the home, 30 for the home, 31, 32, 34, 35, Take a better down 45, that are 45, that are 45, 45, 45, 45, 45, they're not 45, that are 62, 7, 47, 8, 45, 53, 54, 185, 86, 56, 59 on 36. Take it back down to the video, give it a hot hand, give it a hot hand, give it a hand, give it money, give it a hot hand, 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 56, Jake, 30, Jake, and then 60, that are long, that are long, give it a long, money, give it a long, give it a long, 2 round, the whole round, time, that is behind the table, 67, 66, 7, 8, 8, 9, 70, 76, Castle forward. Yes, it can. I make them all black and 82, guys. Make them all black and 82. Yeah, now 24, you're going to have a time. You're going to have a time. You're down 20, you're going to have a time.
Wednesday, February 3rd. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock now, quarter till I think, and I had that load for Dad to haul moved out there last night, and I got mine loaded. We haul 12 of them bales at a time, and getting ready to be underway here. Sun's up and it looks nice, and it's a little chilly. It's just above, I think, 36, maybe 37, probably 35. It was right at freezing when I got out and done my chores this morning. So we'll see if we can get some footage in a little bit. Well, I didn't get any video of unloading the hay or even having it load on Dad's trailer, I guess, but it's pretty interesting. These people got a bunch of cattle. I think they're in this piece right here. And that is a 3-wire barbed wire fence. I built a 6-wire barbed wire fence and I can't keep my cattle in, and they're doing theirs with a 3-wire barbed wire fence. Well, I guess you never know. Hey, thanks for watching.